So why are we here? We are here to discover your next chapter, your next belonging at a college or university. So let's log in to app.scoir.com and you'll get the most information through the desktop version. And we're going to click here on Discover. Yes, on Discover. Now, a lot of people don't realize if you scroll down a little bit, you'll get virtual tours of just some random colleges based on your past history to discover you. Here they'll even show you events and even summer opportunities. Yes, summer opportunities. And also some of the careers that popped up from your career assessment. And they'll even remember your past searches and maybe other new events that you may be interested in. So don't hesitate to click away and learn and use those hashtags. Maybe you want to learn more about campuses with athletics. Boom, here it is. So, but let's just pretend you are not looking at that criteria. There's a lot of different criteria you may want to look at. Well, let's just go click here on colleges, and I am going to pretend I have no filter set up. And if you did, just press clear and then look at all the questions. You want to prioritize whether it's major, school size, campus setting, distance, location, region of the country, the challenge of the admission selectivity. Are they test optional? Are they not? Are they public? Are they private? Are they religious? Do they offer certain sports, student life, ROTC? So these are all filters where you could find and sort through the 3,000 plus colleges on here. So let's just say if I do want to see a school with a lot of school spirit, maybe I want to make sure there's football. But which division is it? Is it Division 1, Division 2? Do you care about the stats, right? And then I'm always going to look at this number here. But when you pick your first filter, make sure that's your first priority for you, right? So as you can see, when you click on one item like an HBCU, historical black colleges, you'll see that the filter will decrease. If you're like, oh, I don't want to narrow it down that much yet, okay, then you unclick. So always look at that number as a guide for you. If you want to just look at, private schools, you'll see that list will decrease, but 66 may be a really good number for you. Maybe you want to look at schools just test optional. Notice that number didn't go down that much. Maybe you want a range of schools where it's highly selective, very selective, selective, and you maybe want those likely schools like somewhat selective as well too. What part of the country are you interested in? West, south? Notice how it fluctuates with the numbers and types, and you can also unclick certain areas from the list too. And then as you put more and more information, and remember you click multiple areas, right? And decide what you want, a 4-year degree, do you want to transfer? You have those options. And remember, this is a great starting tool, but when you really want to look at majors, you want to look at them specifically. So when you click at the show 24 or whatever number you have, you'll get a list of schools, and you may not know some of these schools' names, but maybe the size is a big factor to you, or the location. What you could do is, you're not sure, you could go add to compare, right? And add some different schools on here. So let's add just a handful of them, right? And then now that I'm here on compare, I get to see if I do send test scores, what the averages are. These are averages, not SI, but just nationally. They're MIT rate. So wow, Davidson. Wow, that is a highly selective school compared to some other schools on this list, right? So that's important to have a balanced list. Here are other resources. Some schools will have more than others. Then they'll be here, student life. Oh, and by the way, just because it's not here, they just pay for more money to be featured here. Davidson does meet 100% full need, so don't assume that it's not a very resourceful school. Trust me, it is. That's why Steph Curry went there. And then over here shows you the diversity of the campus. Again, more about campus life, majors. Again, here for academics, it's a good general guide about a campus. And then if you want to add it to your list, go add to my colleges. If you're like, hey, I want to remove or let me see a little bit more about this campus. So then here you get an overview. Wow, I didn't know it was highly ranked in so many different areas, right? You could see what part of your filters it was interested, that link to your interest. So here you'll see like all these great highlights about a campus that you may not know about. Then hear about why is it on your list. In addition to it, we'll show you other factors, also other schools. So if this is like, hey, I'm going to follow it, boom, I'm going to click on follow and help the computer knowing like maybe I picked this because of job placement or the diversity or the surrounding location. Save that so the college can continue to give you other schools to add on. And then you can use these suggested schools based on the logarithm it has in the computer system of other past students who also looked at similar schools like this campus, right? And it'll have a variety from challenge schools like Villanova to likely schools like Fairfield on there. And then also on this page, you get to see the academics for the programs, right? And do know, look, if I click on here, I get a lot more information. So it's a one-stop location to find lots of information, including the cost of attendance, right? How much it costs, how much based on my family's income I may end up paying after I do financial aid information, and then also knowing the student life. What are things to do? What's the retention rate, meaning how many people come back? Again, here's some more information about diversity, other programs. And then with this Discover button, you get to discover so many schools beyond just what you know of, beyond just your friends, what they're thinking about. And then we'll keep on remembering this. And here's the nice thing is you could change the relevancy, like I want the hardest schools to be admitted to. So a lot of people don't use this filter system and not realize, oh my God, Davidson is the hardest off my list. The University of Miami, Wake Forest, right? But if you're wanting to see all these great different schools, use the Discover button. And then when you do follow some great campuses on your list, then you go to My Colleges, you should have schools on your list. Now make sure it's not 42, but definitely start with 5, build on, do more research, and then see your college counselor. You have more questions. So when you see your list right here, what you want to do, so then what you want to do is go click on My Colleges, see what you are following. Your college counselor or your parents may suggest more colleges for you. And don't forget, when you click on a campus, do look at that scattergram. Yes, this is where you could say, hey, how well did we do here at SI on this campus, right? So you could see this has been a likely school for a lot of our students. Let's get out of here and then let's look at Case Western. How have we done? So let's look at that scattergram. Boom, right? Not as a likely school. And you want to have some challenge schools where you have the challenge like Case Western, but it's also some possible and likely schools like Boise State on your list so that you have a great, well-rounded list moving forward on Scoir and towards your future. Thank you.